It's Thursday, March the 2nd, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Now to the big story at this hour. Police are probing their third shooting incident for the week. The latest, which occurred this afternoon at Durance Road, St. James, has left an 18-year-old man nursing bullet wounds about his body. Police say the teenager, whose name has not yet been released, was relaxing with another man when a group of men opened fire on them, causing the victim to sustain 3 shots. He is now hospitalized in serious but stable condition. Meanwhile, Parliamentary Representative for St. Michael West Central James Paul has reacted swiftly to a violent incident which broke out at a football match in his constituency last night. 2 members of the Belfield football team, 35-year-old Jason White of Fairview Christ Church and 16-year-old Kemar Holligan of Eden Lodge St. Michael, were shot and injured during a game at Belfield Pasture in Blackrock St. Michael. According to police reports, White and Holligan were taking part in the game when White became involved in a dispute with a player from the opposing side. During the brawl, 2 male supporters of the other team ran onto the field and opened fire on White, resulting in he and Holligan being injured. Their conditions are listed as stable. But an upset James Paul is calling on the Football Association to act immediately to ensure players take greater responsibility for their actions and that indiscipline is not tolerated.
This need not have happened. I think really that we need to see strong action, to prevent this type of thing from happening in the future. Whatever action is needed to stop it from happening, I think some kind of form of guidelines need to be given to clubs to try to ensure that players conduct themselves in a manner that does not happen. And if it means that basically it should be given to whoever is involved or clubs involved, it should be done, but it should not happen.
Political activist David Commichon is suggesting that an interesting political battle is shaping up, with former Prime Minister Owen Arthur deciding to accept an offer from Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair to head a team of economic advisors to government. Commichon says Arthur would therefore be joining forces with pro-privatization right-wing elements. He named Prime Minister Francis Stewart, Commerce Minister Donville Ennis, and Sinclair himself as other right-wing anti-social democracy, pro-privatization, pro-local elite, and foreign investor forces. A recent takeover of Trinidad Cement Limited by Mexican cement giant Cemex is not sitting well with one local cement company. Rockhard Cement is warning that the US $86 million deal, which affects TCL's operations in Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Jamaica, could have a negative impact on the construction industry, especially given Cemex's plans to expand into the ready-mix and precast businesses. Rockhard said that given Cemex's history in the ready-mix sector, this expansion could significantly impact long-standing local companies which will not have the same inexpensive and convenient access to the cement needed. Outspoken Cabinet Minister Donville Ennis is suggesting that his government constantly pursue new and better policies. Addressing the opening of the Week of Excellence Symposium organized by the Congress of Trade Unions and Staff Associations at Hilton Resort this morning, the Minister of Commerce admitted that he and his colleagues must lead by example to achieve a more effective and efficient and productive public sector.
If, as chief policymakers in the public sector, we do not lead by example, then I'm afraid that the entire system can become rather rotten. If, as ministers, we do not respect other people's time and resources, communicate in a consistent and persistent manner, and constantly seek new and better policies and programs, then we'll simply warming seats.
Prime Minister Francis Stewart says the restructuring of the Barbados Tourism Authority into a marketing and product arm has been paying off for the country. Addressing a function at Illawarra Court, his official residence, last night, in honor of returning visitors, Prime Minister Stewart praised the achievements of the 2 agencies, and that's the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. and the Barbados Tourism Product Authority.
And I want to applaud the efforts of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. in carrying out that mandate, how admirably and how adequately and how commendably they have been doing so ever since we restructured the organs that would be responsible for marketing, separating the marketing arm from the product arm. And the marketing arm has hit the ground running and has been doing a very good job of marketing Barbados.
In sport, the new West Indies coach Stuart Law says his main aim is to make sure the team qualifies directly for the 2019 World Cup. Currently ranked number 9 by the ICC, West Indies have to improve their position by at least one spot before the September 30th deadline. Now, the former West Indies batsman Darren Ganga is suggesting that Law should be judged by his results.
For one thing, I really don't think a person's background should be the premise upon which we make decisions. I think we should adopt a very, I would say, impartial approach towards selecting the best person. And Stuart Law, he's played some international cricket for Australia. He's played extensively at the first-class level, so he would have had the opportunity to play the game, to know the game, to develop that sort of reputation as a player. He's done some coaching as well, and he may obviously bring new approaches to our cricket, which we must embrace. The way the game has evolved over time, there's no West Indian way or Australian way. I think the integration that we've seen from players, the game is always evolving, and we must keep up to pace with that evolution in the game. I think Stuart Law will bring exactly that.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper. Only $2.25. Let's get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados today on my phone, and I just get my news for free.
What do she?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. A Tobago police officer is now detained for the alleged rape of a civilian employee working at the Scarborough police station. Sources reveal that the officer, who is attached to the Tobago Task Force, was held overnight. In confirming the information, Assistant Commissioner of Police for Tobago, Garfield Moore, said investigations are continuing into the incident. He labeled the matter as unfortunate. Meantime, in Guyana, a policeman and his apparent partner in crime have been arrested and charged after they attempted to smuggle a high-powered weapon out of a police station. Travis Chase reports.
Acting Police Commissioner David Ramnarine Wednesday confirmed the arrest of a policeman attached to the Tactical Service Unit of the Guyana Police Force after he attempted to smuggle an AK-47 assault rifle out of Ivlery. Nightly News was informed Wednesday that the AK-47 weapon, which is being checked to determine whether it is the property of the police force, was discovered hidden in a car just as the driver was about to leave the compound Wednesday morning. Reportedly, the officer who's attached to the A section of TSU worked the night shift and is responsible for TSU ranks who would have to uplift weapons while on duty. As his own colleagues continue to grill him, they are finding out that the rank had allowed the civilian vehicle in which the weapon was found to enter the compound without being searched. But that vehicle attracted the attention of all the police ranks after it was discovered parked in the compound for several hours.
And on the global front, the Department of Homeland Security is lacking funds to start building that $20.6 billion wall, which was one of President Donald Trump's key election campaign promises.
One of his first acts as U.S. President, Donald Trump ordering the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to begin immediate construction of a wall along the U.S. border with Mexico, a pledge he repeated Tuesday night.
We will soon begin the construction of a great wall along our southern border.
But Congress has yet to authorize any new funding for that project, and so Trump ordered DHS to start construction with whatever money it already has. And after digging through the cushions of the couch, all the department came up with was loose change. Reuters Washington correspondent Julia Edwards-Ainsley has the exclusive story.
This was actually a very surprisingly small amount of money. It was only about $20 million that they were able to find within their existing programs to spend on wall construction. And really, it won't even get them to construction. It will only get them into a prototype phase.
And that's news and sports. But for the very latest, you can visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.